Good day, everyone. My name is James Edward Salazar, and I'm here to talk to you about coconuts. So, the coconut tree has been a pillar of Philippine life for hundreds of years, whether it's being enjoyed as a cool beverage, used in delicious Filipino dishes, or turned into different kinds of products like furniture. The coconut is a staple in Filipino culture. Its versatility and abundance make it a vital part of the country's economy and a way of life. For decades, the Philippines has been the second largest exporter of coconuts in the whole world, right behind Indonesia. According to the Philippine Coconut Authority, 69 out of 82 provinces of the country are coconut producing provinces, and around 3.6 million hectares of land are occupied by coconut trees. With the abundance of this material, innovation on its uses from food to non food products is bound to happen over time. In many cultures, the coconut tree is also called the tree of life because of how every single part of the tree can be used in so many different ways, whether it's food, beverages, shelter, and furniture. One of the primary products that is derived from coconuts are coir, or coconut fibers. It is often spun into yarns or ropes, and sometimes woven into mats to create geotextiles that are used to prevent soil erosion since coir is durable, absorbs water, resists sunlight, facilitates seed germination, and is 100% biodegradable. Coir can also be used to retain a significant amount of moisture. Therefore, it regulates the humidity and temperature, which aids the healthy growth of plants. And as the plants grow, the roots will penetrate the soil and take over the role of the coir geotextile. Then, the plant's roots act as a natural anchor in controlling soil erosion. In 2018, the Department of Public Works and Highways signed a department order which approves the use of coconut bioengineering solution in the construction of their projects for controlling soil erosion and slope stabilization. Coir is also becoming increasingly common in the packaging industry as it is very durable and sustainable. Coir in packaging is utilized by mixing the coconut fibers during the production of papers, which bolsters its mechanical properties such as its tensile strength and stir strength. It is also relatively waterproof and is resistant to saltwater damage. Coconut fibers in the raw untreated form, especially from green coconut husks, can also be used for cushioning fragile objects during transport as it presents similar or even superior behavior to common cellulosic packaging materials.
Thank you for that, James. And hello, everyone. My name is Cracker Salina, and I am the second reporter for this presentation. So, I'll first talk about the material Hagnaya. It has many names like Diliman, Lanas, and Chow. It is called Stenoclina palustris in science. So, Hagnaya is commonly found in Southeast Asian countries, so it is indigenous and not endemic only to the Philippines. So, these are the characteristics of Hagnaya. So, discovering Hagnaya. Hagnaya is a fern that found in tropical climates. It is usually used historically in traditional crafts such as robes, and baskets due to its natural durability. So this is the natural habitat and characteristics of Hagnaya. Hagnaya thrives in moist environment like swampy areas, riverbanks, and mangroves. Hagnaya is known for long, sturdy rhizomes that attach to trees or structures. It is also their reproductive organ. Hagnaya is durable when submerged in salt water. Salt water enhance the durability of a Hagnaya. So there are two types of Hagnaya product, two main types of every product I'll present. So there's consumable and non-consumable. So the biggest consumable Hagnaya product is Hagnaya as food. So a young Hagnaya plant can be eaten, preferably cooked with ingredients like fish, pork, and much more. So when added to food, it also has medicinal value like a solution for stomach ache, fever, ulcer, and a lot of skin disease. Hagnaya is a design material, an example of our non-consumable material. By the way, if you're wondering what's this is Hagnaya when it's already submerged in salt water and dried up in the sand. So the main material we're going to use for Hagnaya as a design material is the stem. So this is the outline of the production of the stem. First, the forest collectors collect the stem and carry them to the next destination where they're sorted out. So Hagnaya is not known globally, so it can be bought from local supply shops. preparations before sorting. So they prepare it. So they submerge it in salt water first before selling it, so it can be more durable than its raw form. So design process, because Hagnaya is usually used for tying, it's now used in a contemporary world in handicraft purposes. Yeah, because it's more complex now, and we have more knowledge about design. So these are example of Hagnaya products like a Hagnaya table, chair, and baskets. So these are the key points of Hagnaya. Hagnaya is indigenous and not endemic only to the Philippines because it's available in Southeast Asian countries. It has medical purposes, like Hagnaya can be used as treatment for stomach ache, skin disease, ulcer, and fever. And the characteristic of Hagnaya is a climbing fern typically found in dam-sized like swampy areas, riverbanks, and along other plants like coconut. As a design material, please emphasize the ability of Hagnaya to be much more durable when submerged in salt water. It's the key point of Hagnaya as a design material. And that's all for Hagnaya, so let's move on to our other material, which is Hinggiw. So Hinggiw is commonly found in Southeast Asian countries also, but it's not endemic only to the Philippines. It is an indigenous material. So discovering Hinggiw. There are many types of Hinggiw, but in the Philippines we only have two. And the Hinggiw has less possibility of construction and expansion, making it more durable than other vines when submerged in water. This is durability rather than enhancement like water does to Hagnaya. So the special thing about Hingyo is that it can be folded a bunch of times. So it's ideal for handicraft. It's more ideal for handicraft than Hagnaya and other vines. It's also used for other stuff other than handicraft, like for tying. So this is the natural habitat and characteristics of an Hingyo. Hingyo can be found in natural boundaries like creeks, rivers, and ridges. And the characteristic of Hingyo is that it is also a climbing vine, which means it can climb to other plants as well. Hingyo has strong raw resistance to water and other solutions. Yeah, so it does not dissolve that easily in other. It does not degrade when submerged in solutions. This is Hingyo being prepared as a basket. So two types of products of Hingyo products: consumable and non-consumable. So in consumable, Hingyo as a medicine. The seed, roots, and flowers of Hingyo is said to have antioxidant, anti-hyperlipidemic effects, and many more. For short, Hingyo can be used as treatment for asthma, cholera, and fever. Hingyo as a design material. What we use in Hingyo is the vine. This is a video of a basket making using Hingyo, so be sure to check it out. So this is a finished Hingyo basket. As you can see, it is bended and manipulated in a bunch of ways, but it is still durable. So Hingyo is ideal for that. Key points of Hingyo. Hingyo is indigenous and not endemic like Hagnaya because it's available across Southeast Asian countries. It has medical purposes because it's used as a medicine. The seeds, leaves, and roots of Hingyo can be used as treatment for asthma, cholera, and fever. The characteristics of Hingyo is that it's a climbing vine typically found in river, creeks, and ridges. And as a design material, the vine of Hingyo is a material that is very flexible and durable on multiple levels. By the way, guys, Hingyo is a very known globally. Very known. It's very known globally, so it has a problem with that. But there's a reason why it's known globally because it's of its bending capabilities, and yeah, it's mostly used like as a tying material for like wine racks. It's used for that, and that's all for my reporting. So I'll pass the reporting to Nino Vanguardia. Thank you, Nin. Take it.
So hi everyone, good day. So how are you again? So I am Nino Vanguardia and I am the last reporter of this group. And before I start, my last reporting is, do you remember our first topic? So it is about coconut, which is discussed one of my group mates, James Edward. And the second one is Hagnaya. And the third one is Hingyo, which is discussed by Kim Clark, Dreselana. So And the last is paper products, which is I am going to discuss right now. So in recent year, the shift towards sustainable materials in product design has become a significant focus of manufacturers, also the designers and the consumers alike. So among the various organic materials available, paper stand out for versatility, eco-friendliness, and adaptability. So paper products are an integral part of modern life. So it is serving multitude functions um, across the various sectors from education and industry to personal use and environmental applications. So next is paper can be used for, so as we all know, paper, which is a materials that has been used for various functions, such as writing. One of the most example here is Manila paper, yellow pad, and cartolina. So if you have reporting visual aids, you can use cartolina. So this is very, very useful. So the next example is wrapping and carrying. So example of this is coffee shop. So who is a coffee shop lover here? So the product that you buy is has a paper product or paper wrap and paper cup. So because it is easy to dispose and it can be recycled also. And as far as paper as material is concerned in product design, it is possess a feature that make very appealing for use in several applications, particularly those that material terms of lightweight. So among the applications, striking is use paper cups, which is demonstrate that benefit of using biomaterial consumer products. So these cups are extremely manipulative towards design on branding of food services, especially in coffee shop, and also satisfy environmental policies in the society and replacing the rest with the plastics. So let's move on to history of paper cups. So a brief history of paper cups. Manufacturing in the Philippines. The manufacture of paper cups in the Philippines is concentrated in the areas which is there an assurance of constant supply of feedstock for manufacturing. So paper cups is a disposable cup made out of paper and often lined and coated with plastic or wax to prevent liquid from leaking out of soaking through the paper. So it made of recycled paper. So as we all know that this is not a paper, but it is um, also coated plastic or wax. So these types of industry make a paper from recycled paper, which is pulverized into paper spanning the necessary standards of cup productions. So the paper used in the cups prevent 85% of tree cutting by employing materials such as post-consumers waste, which is consists of office paper and non-recyclable industrial paper, which is becomes new form of papers. So next is paper product design. So as we all know, one of most example here is paper bag. As you can see is, for example, you buy in a department store or mall, especially in Mr. DIY. So they use paper bag for their packaging. And another example is origami's one. And lastly, fashion. So John Galliano and Issey Miyake and Alexander McQueen have used paper in their creative collections as expressions of art. So now let's move on to what is paper made for? So wood pulp. So wood pulp is used for variety consumers and specialty products such as paper printouts, receipts, post-its, envelopes, and also paper cups and napkins, toilets, toilet rolls, and also tissues. So and the lastly is cardboard. So intentionally planting new trees or encouraging the natural recovery of degraded forests of AIDS can cause climate change of countries without replacing it. So before you cut the trees is make sure that you plant it or replace it at least 8 to 12 or at least 15 trees because it will go faster. So it replace the trees that you cut after that. So researching the use of paper is an organic elements of design and construction of the product like paper cups extend its understanding of scope for sustainable development. And also, finding the eco products case study shows environmental trends on waste management and building adapt sustainability practice in the Philippine corporate practices. So in spite of many visual environmental advantages of paper cups, including many benefits from its use, pleasing design, there are also disadvantages regarding its use due to fragility, which is calls for good consumption of design practices.
Thank you for that wonderful presentation, Nins. Hello, guys. I am Country Salina again, but this time I'm here to report about our comparative analysis on the said materials. So, this is our comparative table, but it's too long to be spoken out, so I summarize it all in forms of advantages and disadvantage. So this is the advantages of coconut and Hagnaya. Coconut, all part are eco-friendly. Yeah, it has a global aesthetic appeal, where you know that something is made of coconut. It's also moldable for packaging furniture, and most products are lightweight. It is the advantage of coconut. Hagnaya, on the other hand, is strong and flexible. It is sustainable. It has strong cultural relevance to the Southeast Asian countries, and it has high durability when submerged in salt water. Hinggiw, Hinggiw is extremely flexible and durable, ideal for making crafts. It is lightweight, sustainable, has a niche application and design internationally. Internationally, it's known for something. For tying, example, like what I said before, like Hinggiw is known globally as the tie for like wine racks. Yeah, that's the niche application. One of the niche application. And paper is versatile and lightweight and is widely used for eco-friendly means. It's very known for like companies that are pushing eco-friendly propaganda or to make themselves look, eco-friendly. They usually use paper. It's modern, globally aesthetic. It has global aesthetic appeal and adaptable to various designs. Because paper is very versatile. So disadvantages of coconut, though it is also like can be grown easily, it's a short-lived material, so it can go out pretty soon. Hagnaya is focused more on the traditional applications that it has less focus on modern innovation. It's very slow in terms of innovation compared to other material. Hagnaya is also less prominent in mainstream eco-market, which might be good because it's not exploited, but at the same time, it's bad for the collectors because they can their source of income is now low. Their income is low. So some of the forest collectors they do other jobs and Hagnaya can one day be forgotten as a material or be very, very, very rare. On the other hand, there's no report on supply and demand since 2011, so this material could potentially be overexploited by the time I'm speaking, but it's not confirmed yet. So, yeah, it's possibly overexploited. Paper, on the other hand, has durability limits for long term use, because it's paper. It can get wet and other stuff. It's also a short lived material like the coconut, but this one is much more short lived. As the same, it's versatile, but it's also short lived. That's the backlash of it. Conclusion. So, like any other material, but each material has benefits and limitation depending on specific application of each of the said materials, influenced by factors such as flexibility, durability, sustainability, and cultural significance. That's what we focus on here. And read our paper here. You can read our paper in PDF form, which we attach to this PPT. And thank you for listening to us.